Hello and welcome here. I decided that I wanted to do a full-length tour of our cottage instead of just a little reel with a couple little clips. So I'm filming on my phone. Quality's probably not going to be great, but I'm here by myself, which does not happen very often. My husband has the girls, so we're going to do a quick little walk around tour. So let's start outside, shall we? So that is the driveway down to our house. It's a little under a mile long driveway. And this is the view you pull down to. It's absolutely gorgeous. We're fully in love. It's just everything. We keep joking, it's like the Lion King, everything the light touches, like we own it, all the way up that mountain. So nobody else will ever be able to build. There's another house on the property and it's behind those trees that we also own. So we have a lot of safety in our little hollow here. So this is the exterior of the house. So I was watching this back and I realized that I was making absolutely no sense in this section. I was trying to explain that this cottage was built by the owner of the main house for his ex-wife after they divorced. And after the ex-wife sold it, there was an owner that was before us, and they put in all of the garden beds, like the flower beds, and they converted the single car garage that I'm pointing to a bedroom. So they put a ton of work into the property. It was apparently a hoarding situation, but they did a ton to improve it. But yes, I was trying desperately to get that out here, and it was not coming out well. You can see the finger movements. That's how bad it was going. There's a whole other side to the property as well. We'll take a little gander over there. House did come with a hot tub, which I've never had a hot tub before, so that's pretty exciting. We have a storage shed. There's a generator, which is really awesome. Previous owners added in some huge windows. She said that she bought it for the view, and so she wanted to see the view because all the windows were apparently really tiny, so she added those in. And then up over here, you can see there's a little chicken coop. She was gonna convey the chickens with the house and the realtor told her not to do that, which, that's totally fine. We were adopting, I think, probably about a dozen chickens from my dad. So there's also a field out here. They had a garden going, but they abandoned it pretty early in the season because they realized they weren't going to be staying. So not much has happened with it. It's completely suffocated out by weeds. I pulled probably, 10 huge zucchinis, definitely overripe, out of there. So I'm planning on making some zucchini bread with that. But beyond that, that's pretty much all there is. They used to have pigs there. So there's that, and there goes Luna. And then down in the woods there's a dry creek bed. During the spring, it's obviously not a dry creek bed, but right now it's a dry creek bed. But anyway, let's head inside. So as we go through this tour, I'm going to point out some stuff that we are going to have to fix, or just like things that need done. So if you look on this side of the house, the siding, he didn't have enough to finish it, and so he just started piecing stuff together. So we're gonna have to go around and replace all of the siding at some point because there's several places that are like that. This step, the previous owner told me they brought 9 giant Amish men, like big and strong Amish men, not overweight Amish men, to come and check out the house, and they stepped on this and they broke it. So it got broken during showing. There's a board underneath here that needs fixed, but our plan is to eventually just take this out entirely and do an addition right here and then have a porch. So we probably honestly won't really fix that stuff. But then you go inside and this screen door is very loud, and you walk in to your kitchen and living area. There is not a dining area in the house. Once again, we do hope to do an addition right here, and I'd like it to be the master, like a master suite that we add on. So then this will turn into a dining room, and then this bedroom that is currently going to be the girls' room will be the living room. I hope I said that correctly. I guess I'll edit it if I didn't. So there's a pellet stove that heats the entire cottage. There's this hardwood flooring that isn't actually hardwood. It's from, there's a local plant here that makes like saunas, and that's the wood that they use in saunas because they have scrap and they'll give it away for free. And so they were able to get enough to do pretty much the entire house for free. So it's super, super thick, which is awesome. I just don't know how we'd acquire more when we decide to do those additions that I had talked about. So let's go ahead and take a look at the bathroom. It is the only bathroom in the house right now. We do hope to eventually add another. There's like a very strange plumbing situation happening over here that we're gonna have to handle. You'll notice that there is not a bathtub, and I have 2 little kids, so we are planning on adding a bathtub in. We actually moved all of our stuff into the house and then realized that we were just gonna have way more renovations than we had intended, or like than we had planned on. So we moved everything back out of the house, and we're going to come in, do a bathtub renovation, put some tile down. We're actually gonna have to take this window out because we won't be able to get a bathtub in with that window in there. But we're gonna try to reuse as much as we can. And there is a window back here, so it's not just completely hopeless and it's not gonna turn into a dark little dungeon. Let me go ahead and put this on 0.5 so you can see everything a little bit better. So this is an overview of the living room. Let's do the bathroom again so you can see a little bit better. Please ignore how rank I look in the mirror. I have been busting my butt for like 5 days straight, so we're just a little exhausted and gross. But there is that. All right, so that brings us over to the kitchen, and the kitchen is tiny, small but mighty, I guess you could say. They obviously built this counter. This is the same tongue and groove like floor. I mean, it literally just is. I think it's just 2x6s or 2x4s, and it's the same that they used over there to complete it. But we're gonna probably do like a butcher block countertop. You'll notice that this is lower. I think your counters are supposed to be 36 inches. This is 30 inches. And there's not a dishwasher, and I'm 5'9", my husband is 6'2". So that's not necessarily gonna work for us. So we're planning on maybe moving up this window, but we've also recently been talking about removing the window entirely, which breaks my heart. But we do want to do maybe another bedroom addition behind that section of the house. And so we wouldn't be able to have a window there anyway. So we might just go ahead and remove it. I don't know. We'll see. I'll be really sad if we have to remove it, but it also makes sense. So, but we're going to move this up. We're hoping to do a square sink and then a 18-inch dishwasher. So we have something, maybe do some open shelving here, probably a closed cabinet down at the bottom, because once again, I do have little kids and they can't stay out of anything to save their lives. So let's go ahead and take a turn right here. There's a coat closet that they added in. There's a trash bag right in front of it right now. So coat closet, nothing too crazy or exciting. And then you go in here, and when this house was first built, this was the sole bedroom. So I don't know, it's just a bedroom. It's not very exciting. There's a closet. If we did transition this into being the living room, I would take out this closet, and this is an attic access, and we'd remove this and make it a pull down attic instead. I definitely just had to pause the video because I heard a noise, and I'm like out in the middle of nowhere, no cell signal, and I heard a noise, and I'm all by myself, and I was freaking out, and it was literally a trash bag falling over from me moving it earlier. So anyway, I'm not dead, we're good. So this is an attic access. We'd make it a pull down attic access to get that floor space back. But currently this will be the girls' room, which I think it's gonna be really cute, having a little shared bedroom for them. But yep, there's that. And then when you walk out of there, you cut left, you go through the kitchen. There's like this utility space. So from my understanding, this used to be like an exterior door, and this used to be a mudroom. And they finished off this room that we'll get to, and they went to go replace the flooring in this. But if you look over here, you'll notice that they didn't have enough. So we're gonna have to come in and put some tile or something in, and finish this off. I'd really, really, really like to put a wall here and make this like a closed off area so I don't have to hear my washer and dryer running all the time. But then I can also add shelves to like this corner right here and make it like a pantry kind of area, because they've got this little pantry thing right here, but that's not enough whenever you keep flowers and everything in bulk. So Then you'll turn here, when you turn here, you'll see what is now the primary bedroom. I guess I could have opened the curtains, but hey. It used to be a single car garage. It was then converted. They didn't do a very good job on the conversion, so we'd eventually like to bring the floor up to be even, because right now it's 2 steps down to get into here. And obviously that's not very nice. And it doesn't have a door, it has a curtain. So we'd like a door. There's a lot of finish work. I mean, just an absolute ton of finish work that we're gonna have to do. So lots of things that we're gonna have to work on. And that's why when we got here, we just kind of realized like there was way more than we had realized that we were gonna have do. I mean, none of the windows have trim. I was here the first night and I was shampooing the carpet in here, and I was watching bugs just walk straight in, no problem, through both of those where they didn't properly finish it. So we need to finish that. Really, in an ideal world, I'd like to replace the carpet because they had dogs. They had 3 dogs and a cat, and you can definitely smell the dogs. Even though I came in here and shampooed it 3 times, you can still see that it's muddy. So projects on projects. So we're going to stay with my dad in the interim. But then you have an exterior door that you can walk out of. And then there's your chicken coop, the field I showed you earlier, and the shed. And that is pretty much the tour of our new place. I'm not going to take you up the mountain because I don't have a 4-wheeler to take you up the mountain, but I'd say we probably have about 25 acres in pasture, and then the remaining 35 is just mountain. So they've got trails cut up through the mountain, which is super, super nice, but we don't actively have a 4-wheeler or a dirt bike or anything to get up there. So we're gonna take the tractor and the brush hog and go keep clearing them out so we can use them in the future. But right now we just can't really go up there unless I want to go on a long hike, and it's about the thunderstorm, so I'm not going to do that. But that is it. So I guess thank you for watching.